Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another podcast episode of Jerry What the What Dymond. This is podcast number 45, and today my special guest is the one and very funny man here, Quamie Andall. Am I pronouncing your last name right?
Oh no, you fucked it up. You did some kind of French thing.
So you're from Brooklyn originally, now you live in Albany.
Yes.
Okay. You did with Funny Bones. I've seen you with the Funny Bones.
Yeah.
How do you like that job?
It's good. I mean, it's comedy.
Yeah.
What I do.
You learn a lot from there, being there, working there?
No. I already know everything.
He knows everything. He knows
Pretty
everything.
much just ask me if I steal jokes, bro.
I got that one. Write this one down. Write that one down. See you next time. So you study psychology?
Yes.
And at Mars College?
Marist.
Yeah, okay.
Your tongue is really tied up, bro.
Yeah, it's okay. I guess I don't have kids.
What the hell is you doing?
You also performed at the site here at the Lark, Tavern, performed at the Low Beat.
Yeah.
And you performed at Comedy Works as well. And the Funny Bone, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. You also won the comedy death match at the Low Beat along with me, and the others. And of course, who won that thing there, Mr. James King.
Was it James? I wasn't there for that one.
Oh, okay. So how long have you been doing stand-up?
Say about 5 years now, going on 6.
Since for you. What got you into comedy?
It was something I was always interested in, but I never really thought I could do it until there was just one day where I was taking a vocal class for singing, and it was the first time I've ever been on stage and just been really freaking nervous, and I just started making a bunch of jokes, and I just felt more comfortable telling jokes on stage rather than singing.
So that's good. You always find a way about something. You can do singing, or you do playing an instrument, or you just do comedy.
Just dadding it up.
I did the same thing. I was trying to play an instrument, couldn't do it. Tried to do a chorus, forget about it. Start telling jokes, and I nailed it.
You nailed it.
I nailed it. Everybody kept saying, "We all know you're going to become a comedian someday, Jerry. You a bunch of liars. Get the hell out of here. We didn't even talk. Like, who do you think you're talking to?"
Yeah, you sound like a success.
Yeah. You see him in the late shows, right? With David Letterman, and they're all retired and dead now. So who inspired you? Is there a certain person in your family, or your grandfather, or something inspired you to do comedy?
I would say probably my mom. I mean, as far as my comedy, I would think mostly my mom was the biggest influence on just me being who I am. So when I was a kid, I was a very serious kind of person. I was never, really telling jokes and stuff like that. So,
right.
Yeah.
Does your family support you doing comedy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Who's your favorite comedian?
Bill Burr.
Bill what?
Because he just sort of the subjects that he talked about. It's something that makes you think, but is also very funny. It deals with topics that I like, and certain things that I resonate with that I've thought about sort of, because psychology was my major, and I sort of think about the way people act and the way they think and the way that sort of things, and he makes those things funny, and I think that's just one of my.
You see his podcast too?
Yes.
Monday.
Yeah, I do. But it's a lot of sports stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like the sports though. I like to watch sports, but I can't play it.
Oh, you like sports?
I couldn't tell. You couldn't tell? Who knew? Where's your favorite place you performed at, and why?
Favorite place? I would say the Anchor in Kingston, New York.
Really?
It was funny because I got recommended to perform by one of the guys that worked there, and I went up to tell some jokes, and it turns out to be like an LGBT night or whatever, and I'm just telling my normal jokes, and it was the first time I ever got a reaction where it was just people are just overly sensitive. Like the jokes wasn't even about them, but they were like offended that I would say something like that. It was like there was like 2 women in the front, and they were just like, oh, they actually got up and walked away. I was like, wow, that was fun.
Have you ever got kicked out of the club?
No, not at all.
Good. I have. We won't talk about that. Where'd you go? Yeah, I got.
What did you do?
Well, first of all, I didn't know the club I was performing at was a gay bar. A gay lesbian bar. Because it was over the...
Did you do a rant or something?
Well, I was doing the retaining word bitch a lot.
Oh yeah,
the guys were sitting on one side and the ladies were on the other side. I'm thinking, okay, pick a date later on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And I come to find out that I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And the guy, after I did my performance and I left, he goes, Jerry, I love you and everything, but you can never perform here anymore. They don't like you here. I go, why? Because you offended all of them. I said, what are you talking about? Did you not know they were all gay and lesbians? I said, no, I didn't. He goes, well, did you see that Bud Light sign there with the rainbow under it? I said, yeah, I just thought it was right here. I didn't know.
I don't know. Gays and well, women in general, and gays and lesbians, they say bitch a lot. So I don't know.
I guess they were offended by the word. I apparently offended a lot of people, which I
mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be offended. Sort of when you say bitch, it's sort of like correct.
Right. And it was the way I was saying it. It apparently offended them. I said, well, I'm sorry. I did not know this. Next time you should have warned me about this. Why do you think? And I performed at the Rocks here at Central Avenue a few times.
Yeah.
When Pat Boris was hosting it. So we must have got the communication gap because when I went in and walked inside and we see me, they all walked out. No, we know who he is. He's not. No, we're out of here.
Wow.
Yes, I love you guys. I never, I didn't mean to offend anybody, but that's okay.
Yeah.
The worst place to perform at and why?
Worst place. I don't. Bananas Comedy Club.
Really?
In Poughkeepsie. That was certain because it was a bringer show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was, I fucking hate those kinds of things. It was just and there was this 14-year-old kid that was telling a bunch of jokes that he stole, by the way.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and it was a bringer show, and it was sort of a competition too. And he won off of those freaking stolen jokes just from the fact that he's like 14 and he's doing comedy, and I was just like, what the fuck?
What do you think about competition? Do you like doing competitions? Do you think?
Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool with competitions. I'm fine with comedy competitions. It's just I don't know. I'm very. I don't know how it is. There's nothing else in my life that I'm really passionate about besides comedy, and I guess I kind of judge it a little harshly when I see stuff like that, where it's just like, you're not even really trying, and like, why are you even doing this?
Well, if you took the jokes, I mean, that's kind of wrong because for people guys like you and I who work on our stuff all the time, we're writing jokes out and everything, and we're performing in front of people trying to win the competition.
But I mean, he is just a 14-year-old kid, and he doesn't have much life experience to like choose from. Yeah, so I think the only original jokes he had was a lot of stuff about masturbation. So it's just like, I see where you're coming from.
Right. He's only 14 years old. He's still learning the process.
Yeah, but you go fucking help him win a competition. Just Yeah.
Right. Do you have any hobbies besides what you do?
I read a lot. I'm a big reader. Mostly fantasy novels. It's something I got into a little later in life. When I was younger, I never really liked reading. Just from the fact that I couldn't focus on stuff where it's just like words on a page. But later in life, I kind of found a genre that actually wants me. I think it's more something that's further away from reality draws me in more than something that's like, someone's talking about their Saturday night. Right. I don't really give a shit.
What's your favorite book?
Favorite book, Superpowered by Drew Hayes.
Really? I read that book. I read that book. It's a good book. I'm not much of a reader myself, but I do read from time to time. And it's just, of course, you like sports. You know, sports. Movies like Superbad, The Lion King, Step Brothers, Batman, The Dark Knight.
You're just going right off the face.
Oh yeah.
I think one of my favorite movies that I think a lot of people didn't like. I loved Waterworld.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just like the idea of. Because it was, I just sort of saw it like a post-apocalyptic movie, right? Thousands of years in the future, but actually there was one guy that sort of evolved and he had gills. I just thought that was just an interesting idea, and I just love that movie.
TV show, what kind of TV shows you like? Do you like Family Guy? I love Family Guy.
Yeah, I do love that. I don't know. I liked The Walking Dead in the beginning, but later on it just kind of
too good.
Yeah, it's sort of the same thing with Game of Thrones. It's just after a while, I'm like, all right, I get where it's going. So it's no longer interesting. It just sort of, I don't know. I'm not that much into it, but I think I like reality shows, sort of like reality sort of competitions, like Big Brother and Challenge and stuff like that. And favorite shows. I don't know. I like sort of superhero stuff, like the Flash, stuff like that. And I'm trying to think of one that I'm like really into right now. I did get into Supernatural for a bit.
My daughter loves Supernatural. She's in that big time.
Yeah.
And they even get the DVDs of the season.
What, do you have to watch it with them? Are they old enough to watch it?
They watch it because I hear about it. My oldest daughter is like a narrator, so she tells me everything about the things she watches. You know, she's like,
I used to be big into anime.
oh really? But you watch now. What is your favorite comedy show? Like TV comedy show, like sitcoms.
I don't know. I'm more into the sort of the animated ones, like Family Guy, Archer, Rick and Morty.
Okay.
That's my favorite right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think you can do more with an animated characters than you can with real life people. Because the silliness with real life people is just you're sort of just looking at an actor trying to do something that they've never done before and trying to be silly, and then it's just sort of looks out of character.
Right.
With an animated person, it works better.
Well said. Now, you ever thought about doing improv comedy?
Yes. I actually tried out for improv too when I was in college, but I didn't get in. I didn't get in because they kept telling me to stop making so many jokes, and I'm like, I'm not really trying to make jokes. It just when I'm like in a spot and I have to like think fast, my brain just naturally just make jokes. I'm not really trying to, but I didn't get in.
Well, I mean, between doing stand-up and improv, kind of the big difference, and people try to do both. Sometimes you can't do both. Sometimes you do one or the other. But some people try to mix it in.
Yeah, no, I definitely
I want to try improv. I think I need to try to improv better than stand-up.
Maybe I never seen.
No, because I see it myself because
you say bitch a lot when you improv.
Oh yeah.
It's not an improv.
But like, it's like, well, no, the thing is, like, I like do like different things in my head. You know, like different voices, different people in my head.
Different voices.
Well, yeah.
You do different voices.
Well, I don't do it, and it plays in my head. It doesn't come out of my mouth. It plays in my head. You know what I'm saying? It stays in my head. It won't come out of my mouth. No, we're not coming out of your mouth, Jerry. You're staying right where we want you to stay. Well, thank you very much.
Now you're talking to yourself.
It happens. Well, don't get hit your back. We're good. You playing any video games?
Yeah, I'm definitely into video games. I used to be a big gamer when I was younger. I don't play as much now because I don't really have the time. But I love RPGs. I think I really got hooked on the Final Fantasy series, like before it got all fucking anime and fucking long hair and skinny jeans. But I love fucking games.
Now, you been in New York City?
Yes, I have.
Formed down here?
Yes, I have.
Where'd you form it down here?
Something Buddha, Golden Buddha, something like that. I can't remember the name of the club.
You ever play at Creekside down there?
No. I was gonna do. I think I was gonna do both. It was just a bunch of comedy clubs that I lined up, and the times were different. It was like 5:30, 7, and then there was another one at 9. So I tried to get to all of them, but some of them just started a little bit later.
Right.
And I think by the time I got to Creekside, I think there was like an actual comedian like performing or something like that, and it wasn't open mic anymore, and I had to like pay like $20 or something.
Oh wow! Yeah, I want to have to do that. Pay $20 for performance. Either you can buy a drink or something like that. And that you're paying, not just paying to buy a drink. I think it's ridiculous. You see, what's your future like? You see down the road? You think you'll move down to New York City in the future or LA?
Yeah. Because I don't know. I think there's nothing else that I'm more passionate about than that. I think I see myself doing comedy, writing, and acting. That would definitely be an area that I would gravitate towards as far as anything else. I wish I knew this about myself when I was a lot younger and I started.
You and me both. I I know the feeling.
But that's
trust me.
definitely.
Because I was the kind of person who has comics, and I never thought about comedy. I just think like comedy, either be born into it, or family's a comic, or you had to know someone in the business, you know.
I wasn't really a class clown, but I think I noticed a lot of things, and I would point it out, and people were like, oh, that's pretty funny. I was like, oh.
Right. So that's the thing that I know now back in my day. Joey started was about 19, 20 years old. I started starting in the late 30s, early 40s. That probably been a lot closer than I am now. But that's where you've been going to LA.
Yeah. I think I'll get there eventually. I mean, I got a lot of life left, Jerry.
Well, you got a lot. We all do it. You know, even though I'm older, but I think of myself as a young person still. I think young, be young, and just keep doing what I'm doing because I love doing it.
Yeah.
So now, if you could do comedy, what would you do? What would you think you'd be able to call?
I think I'll probably be a writer.
Writer.
Yeah.
You write a lot? How much writing do you do a day?
Not as far as writing jokes or stuff like that, but I think more fantasy novels. I'll probably like those sort of things. Maybe jokes, but if I'm writing jokes, I'm probably going to be professional. I don't think I haven't mastered the skill as far as writing for other people. I don't think I'm I'll probably go towards that.
Where do you get material from? How do you get your material?
Just sort of my observations about my personal life and things that I see. I think it's sort of a natural skill that I have, and I think it's recognizing the jokes as they come to me and seeing, oh, that's actually pretty funny, rather than, oh, that's pretty crazy, or something like that. I think just sort of recognizing the comedy in my own thought process is sort of my writing style.
Do you tape your sets?
I haven't taped it. I'm more worried about watching it and sort of just being like, oh, that's not how I don't want to psych myself up. I'm gonna have to get some comfort with that eventually.
Well, a lot of people like Rich Williams, who's been performing for many years. You had a writing class at the Comedy Works a few times. He said that you should record your set. Don't listen to it right away. Maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah.
Then listen to your set, see what was funny, what wasn't funny, then try to rewrite it. Make it funny.
I mean, Rich
Williams
doesn't write anything new, so.
No, but damn, I understand thing though. I don't like to listen to myself. I just recently started listening to some of the sets that I've recorded since day one. I have not listened to any of my stuff to just recently.
What does it sound like to you when you listen to yourself?
It's sad. you know Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
That's how I sound like.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, what? I sound like that?
Filter out all the
No, like, I didn't say that, did I? Well, Quamie, I want to thank you very much. You have any coming up in the future? Any gigs coming up?
No, I've kind of been a little lazy lately. I'm kind of in a new relationship, and I've kind of been focusing on that.
I noticed a lot of people getting in relationships kind of leaving comedy scene for a while.
No, I'm not leaving the comedy scene, but most of my time has just been spent with her. So I'm not in comedy mode where I'm sort of thinking about a lot of stuff and that, there's not a lot of comedy stuff.
No, I think you're a very funny guy. Are you performing the Funny Bones in August 10th?
No. I'd rather work than actually do the. But I just have to think about it.
Well, Quamie, we're out of time. I want to thank you for your time here. Good luck in the future. Good luck with everything. And you're a very funny guy. And ladies and gentlemen, check them out here at the Lark Tavern every Monday night here. Quamie Andall. This is how do you pronounce your last name? Andall. See, I told you, don't take it by a crane. It's okay. I'm doing that.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an episode of Jerry with the What? Dymond, podcast number 45. See you back here next week. And remember, keep laughing because we need a lot of laughter in this world today. Because we have President Donald Trump who's killing everything in this country. Just good night, everybody. Till next time. Take care.